So if Yud Beis, im maniach Tefilin kama pe'omim bayoim, if he puts Tefilin several times a day, tzorich levorech aleim bechol pa'am. He must make a brocha every time he puts the Tefillin. That's the Shittas HaMechaber, and the Ramo argues with the Mechaber that you do not make a brocha if you had in mind to put him back. Nishmetu b'mkoimam umemashmesh bohem lehachziram limkoimam tzorich levorech. If he was wearing Tefillin and they moved away from the mokom and he puts him back to its place, he must make a brocha again. The Tefillin have to be totally in the mokom anochos Tefillin, the entire Tefillin. You wouldn't say ruva kekulo. B'diavad we do say ruva kekulo. So by nishmetu b'mkoimam, if it's not roif of the Tefillin away from the place, then we are machmir to be machzer, but without a brocha. Hago b'machzir achas mehem. If he's only machzir one of these Tefillin, yevorech kemo shemaniach tefila achas, כדלקמון סימן חובוב, הזיזום ממקוימום הדעתו להחזירום מיוד, צורך לבורך. He moved them from their place with intention to bring it back to its place. That's the Shittas HaMechaber. הגו, ויש אומרים שלוי לבורך. Hochi nohuk. The Shittas Haramo and the minik from the Ashkenazim is that if he moves the Tefillin with intention to bring them back, it's not considered a Heisech Hadas, and you do not make a brocha when you put him back. And even if he left the room, also he doesn't have to make a new brocha. But if he didn't have in mind to put it right away, he must make a brocha, because that's a Heisech Hadas. The shaila is, if somebody takes off the Tefillin to go into the base Hakise, and he has in mind to put him back right away. So according to the Mechaber, he makes a brocha. According to the Ramah, what's the din? The Moged Avrom is mistapik. That's the way the Derech Chaim paskins. Sofik broches. You shouldn't make a brocha. The Choiro, we can make a nafkemina between Tefillin shel Yad and Tefillin shel Rosh. Tefillin shel Yad lekuli almu we make a brocha. Tefillin shel Rosh is a sofik, so it becomes a sveika. There is a tzat to make only one brocha lehoniach Tefillin, and this is only if somebody went for gedolim. But for ketanim, there's no issue to go to the Beis HaKiseh for ketanim. Memelo is not considered a hefsek, and the choiro, no brocha should be done at all. Mi shemeniach Tefillin shel Yod uveirach. If somebody put on Tefillin shel Yod, he made a brocha. The same halacha is with Tefillin shel Rosh, like the Chayodim says. Uveschilas hahiduk nifsak hakesher shel Yad behutzrach lasos kesher acher. And at the beginning of the hiduk, the ritzua ripped, or the kesher got loose, and he must make a new kesher, and that will take him time to do. And the Tefillin became posul. Omnam lo hisiach da'atoi. He still has in mind to continue putting on Tefillin. Einoi tzorich lachzor levorech. That hefsek is letzorich and is not mevatel de brocha. Im hutar shel Yod koidem hanochas shel Rosh. Mehatkon ven tzorich lachzor levorech. If the shel Yad became posul before he put in the shel Rosh, he doesn't have to make a new brocha in shel Yad. And he is allowed to even speak out and ask somebody to help him out making the kesher. That dibur is soch letzoirech. A Tefillin is not a hefsek. The Bir Halacha says, even if he has to go and take a new retzua, he doesn't have to make a new brocha, because the brocha was on the Iker HaTefillin. Uvefrat, this Shittas Rabbeinu Eliyahu, that every day you're supposed to make a new kesher, the choiro, the chorapochos al sofik brochos. The Mishna Brura wants to say that if somebody has the Tefillin in the hand, and he makes the brocha, and afterwards he makes the kesher, it's not a hefsek. But if the kesher became posul after he was mekayim the mitzvah, one moment the brocha was chal on something, and if he fixes the tefillin, he has to make definitely a new brocha, because the mitzvah's tefillin is a rega. The second you put on tefillin, you can take it off. You were yoytzer already that mitzvah. What if the kesher became posul after he already put in the shel Yad before he put in the shel Rosh? Then the Taz and the Gron, the Prima Godim, wants to taina that since the Gemar mitzvah is the shel Rosh, it's not considered a Hesech Hadas, he's still oisik in the mitzvah, and he doesn't have to make a brocha. It's not considered like he did already the mitzvah, because the shel Rosh is the soiv ha-mitzvah. She'enken, if the nifsak, he became posul after he already put on the tefillin shel Rosh, he was mekayim the mitzvah lechol hadeyes, then he has to make a new bracha. If nobody knows how to fix the tefillin and he has to borrow somebody's tefillin, definitely makes a new bracha. Avol im hiniach shel roish ve'acher kach hutar shel yad, Mehadek umevorech. If after you finish the mitzvah's tefillin, the shel yad became puzzle or moved away from the place, the brocha is not chal on whatever you do from now on. You have to make a new brocha. But according to what we say, b'shem the shlo, that calls man he is davening, his kavona is on tefillin, the choiro you don't have to make a new brocha. Mishna Brura. This that the mechaber says mehadek umevorech should have been the opposite. Mevorach umehadek. If somebody was wearing the tefillin and he decided to open them up to see if the patches are kosher, and then he closed them back, now he has to make a new brocha. What is the difference between opening a tefillin, that if the tzua becomes rib, you don't make a new brocha, and if you open up the batim, you do make a new brocha? The Bir Halacha wants to say that we can make a nafkemino. A tefillin without the tzua is still a tefillin. A tefillin without a tefira is not a tefillin. Muter levorech al tefillin she'ulim veloy al gezulin. You may make a brocha on tefillin that you borrow, but not tefillin that are stolen. If you borrow tefillin shelo midas, without the da'as of the Baal HaTefillin, the choiro should have been the halacha shoel shelo midas ganef. But by a mitzvah we don't say shoel shelo midas ganef, because we have a klal nicho lei leinish lemeivat mitzvah bememoina. A person likes that people do mitzvahs with his own belongings. But one thing for sure, people do not like that their belongings should be taken out from their place. So you have to be koifel, put back the tefillin, and do not take him out of the Beis HaMidrash. If somebody stole tefillin, he is not yoitze the mitzvah, because mitzvah habo'o ba'aveiro, Mogen Avrom. And even if there was yiyush balim, the balim gave up, they're not going to get back the tefillin, he is not yoitze the mitzvah, and it's considered a mitzvah habo'o ba'aveiro. How about if he sold the tefillin to somebody else? If it's before Yiyush, nobody's yoitze. If it's after the Yiyush, there's a machloikes. The Mogen Avrom, the Machtes HaShekel hold that after a Yiyush and Shinu Reshus becomes muter to make a brocha in the tefillin. The Taz and the Gro hold that you are yoitze, but you are not allowed to make a brocha, because boitzeya beirech. A posuk in Tehillim, ki hillel rosho al tavas nafshoi, Uboitzeya beirech niyetz Hashem. Chazal learn from here that you may not make a brocha from something which is a iser, even a iser derabonon. But if somebody bought from the second person, then you are allowed to make even a brocha.